Darling, I'm coming your country, my love. I worry about your future. Darling, slow your breath for a moment. Concern is natural, but worry must stay protective, not overwhelming. Caring about someone's future does not mean carrying it alone, and it does not mean deciding it. For them, real love asks first, listens fully, respects their choices, and moves with them, not ahead of them. If you are thinking about travel, plans, or distance, the most important step is clear, mutual communication, not urgency, not fear, not promises made too quickly. A future is safest when both people feel secure, both feel free, both feel heard. Support means asking, what do you want? What do you need? How can I stand beside you? Not, I will fix everything. Not, I must protect you from everything. Worry becomes wisdom when it turns into patience, planning, and respect. Care for her future by honoring her independence, by encouraging her strength, by trusting her ability to choose what's best. Love that lasts does not rush across borders. It builds bridges slowly, with consent, with clarity, with calm. If your intentions are sincere, let them be steady, not urgent. Let them be kind, not heavy. The strongest message you can give is this: I care about you and I respect your path. That is how love protects a future without trying to control it. And now take this feeling of concern and let it mature into something steadier. Worry, when guided well, turns into responsibility, turns into patience, turns into wisdom. Loving someone's future does not mean rescuing it. It means supporting it without replacing it. Before any step forward, there must be understanding. Before any journey, there must be agreement. Before any promise, there must be readiness on both sides. A future built in calm is stronger than one built in urgency. Ask yourself gently, are my actions coming from care or from fear of loss? Are my words offering safety or creating pressure? True protection looks like this: I trust your strength. I respect your choices. I will walk with you if you choose, and I will not rush you. Love does not arrive like a storm. It arrives like a season, slowly, naturally, when both hearts are prepared. If travel is in your mind, let it be discussed openly, with time, with planning, with mutual comfort. No surprises, no declarations that overwhelm, only clarity and consent. When you worry about someone's future, the greatest gift you can give is belief in their ability, not fear for their path. Encourage, don't command. Offer, don't insist. Care, don't control. The safest future is one where both people feel free. Free to say yes, free to say wait, free to say no. And if love is real, it will survive patience. It will grow with understanding. It will deepen with respect. So move forward, but move gently with your heart open and your hands unclenched. That is how concern becomes love, how love becomes trust, and how trust builds a future that truly belongs to both of you. And as you sit with this concern, let it settle into clarity, not urgency. A future worth protecting is never built in haste. It is built through shared understanding, through mutual readiness, through conversations that unfold slowly and honestly. When love worries about the future, it must also ask permission, permission to care, permission to plan, permission to step closer, because love without consent becomes pressure, and pressure weakens what care is trying to protect. You don't need to carry her future on your shoulders. She is not fragile. She is not incomplete. She is a person with her own strength, vision, and will. The most powerful support you can give is this: I believe in you. I respect your pace. I trust your choices. If a journey is meant to happen, it will be spoken about calmly, agreed upon clearly, prepared for responsibly. No surprises, no emotional weight placed suddenly, no expectations that feel heavy. Real love creates safety, where both hearts feel calm enough to think clearly, to choose freely, to grow naturally. Ask yourself again, gently, am I moving toward her, or am I running away from fear? Because love moves toward fear, rushes, and love that lasts moves with patience, with listening, with space for both people to breathe. You don't protect the future by worrying loudly. You protect it by being steady, by being reliable, by being emotionally present without overwhelming. Let your care show as respect. Let your intention show as consistency. Let your love show as calm strength. That is how a future becomes safe. Not because someone took charge, but because two people chose it together. And if the path continues, it will do so with peace, not pressure, with trust, not fear. That is the kind of love that truly safeguards tomorrow. And from this calm place, you begin to understand the deepest truth of care. You cannot protect a future by standing over it. You protect it by standing beside it. Love that is meant to last does not rush decisions. It prepares for them. It does not assume agreement. It invites conversation. When concern is sincere, it listens more than it speaks. It observes more than it declares. It waits for readiness. Instead of demanding certainty, you start to see that the strongest reassurance, not I will come, I will fix, I will decide, but I am here, I am listening, I respect you, because a future grows healthiest when both people feel equal, equal in voice, equal in choice, equal in freedom. If distance exists, let patience be the bridge. If uncertainty exists, let honesty be the guide. No future is secured by force of feeling. It is secured by shared intention. You don't need to prove love through urgency. Real love is proven through consistency, through showing up emotionally, through staying grounded even when emotions run high. Worry softens into wisdom. When it accepts this truth, you cannot carry someone's life for them, and you don't need to. Believing in someone is the greatest form of care. So continue forward. But let each step be mutual. Let each plan be discussed. Let each hope be held lightly until both hands are ready. This is how love becomes safe, not overwhelming, not consuming, but strengthening. And when the future arrives, it will feel calm, not forced, chosen, not rushed. That is how concern transforms into trust, into partnership, into a love that honors both hearts equally. And as this understanding deepens, you begin to feel a different kind of confidence, not the kind that rushes forward, but the kind that waits without fear. You learn that love does not need to announce itself with urgency or grand declarations. It proves itself quietly, through steadiness, through patience, through emotional safety. When you worry about a future, the wisest response is not to tighten your grip, but to loosen it and trust what you are building together. A future grows best when both people feel free enough to speak honestly, to pause when needed, to move forward by choice, not pressure. You begin to notice how calm feels powerful, how silence can be respectful, how waiting can be an act of love. Instead of asking, "What if I lose this?" you begin asking, "How do I show care without fear?" And that question changes everything. You realize that love does not collapse. When it is given space, it either strengthens naturally or gently shows you what it is meant to be. Concern, when balanced, becomes foresight. It plans responsibly. It communicates clearly. It respects timelines. It honors reality. You don't abandon your feelings. You discipline them. You don't suppress love. You guide it. And in doing so, you become someone safe to love, someone steady to walk with, someone who adds peace, not confusion. The future does not need saving, it needs cooperation. And cooperation begins with this truth. Two lives remain whole only when neither tries to carry the other alone. So let your care be calm, let your intentions be clear, let your love be respectful. If a future is meant to be shared, it will be built, one conversation at a time, one agreement at a time, one peaceful step at a time. That is not weakness. That is maturity. That is love that lasts. And from here, something important settles inside you. Love does not need to be proven anymore. It simply needs to be lived well. You begin to trust the process instead of trying to control the outcome. You focus on becoming steady rather than dramatic, present rather than overwhelming. This is where care becomes mature. You realize that the future is not a destination you can rush toward, it is a direction you walk in together. When both are ready, you learn to hold concern without letting it turn into anxiety, to feel love without letting it turn into urgency, to hope without turning it into pressure. That balance is rare and powerful. You stop asking, how fast can this happen? And start asking, how healthy can this be? You notice how calm communication builds more trust than emotional declarations, how listening creates more closeness than convincing, and slowly, very slowly, a deeper connection forms, one that does not depend on constant reassurance or dramatic promises. It rests on something stronger: mutual respect, emotional safety, and freedom of choice. You understand now that love, which is meant to stay, does not need to be chased. It stays because it wants to. So you give space, not distance, patience, not silence, care, not control. And in doing so, you protect not only her future, but your own peace, because a future built this way will never feel like a risk. It will feel like a decision, made with clarity by two whole people, and whatever unfolds from here will be honest, will be chosen, will be real. That is the strongest foundation any love can ever stand on. And so, the next step is simple, not loud, not dramatic. It is presence. You stay present in your own life, grounded in your responsibilities, clear in your intentions, open in your communication. You allow time to do its work, because time reveals truth better than urgency ever could. You keep showing respect, even when emotions rise. You keep choosing calm, even when uncertainty appears. This is where trust quietly